Hi, welcome to yourfaculty.com. We are going to deal with compound interest in this video. This is our website yourfaculty.com and this is our Facebook page, Your Faculty. I'll start with the basic formula. In the case of compound interest, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 per N. So if you have to relate compound interest and simple interest, okay, so you have simple interest and you have compound interest. If you are just looking at the amount in this case, what happens in the case of simple interest is your interest value is same every year, right? Year after year. Whereas compound interest is basically simple interest for that year or for 1 year, and that interest is then added to the principal of next year. So what happens? So you have a P and you find out simple interest, right? Your next P dash is equal to P plus SI. Because of this is why you call when you do investments and all that, your investment advisor will say that you get a compounding effect, right? Because every year the interest from the previous year gets added and your principal, you get a new principal, and that's the reason why your value is always higher when you do a compound interest. So we have a formula P into 1 plus R by 100 per N, and we'll be using this for all our problems in the case of compound interest. P is your principal, R is your rate of interest, and N is the tenure. Okay, let's start with the first question. Albert invested an amount of $8,000 in a fixed deposit scheme for 2 years at compound interest rate of 5% per annum. How much amount will Albert get on maturity of fixed deposit? So this is a straightforward question. Amount is equal to what? P into 1 plus R by 100 per N. So your principal is 8,000. That's your principal. That's your tenure. And this is your rate of interest. 8,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100 power 2. So this is what? 8,000 into 1.05 square. Of course, you just need to use the calculator, or if you have time to calculate it, please do that, and your answer would be, you should also try and apply our shortcut formulas for multiplication that you anyway presented. We have our videos in this module, so please go through that as well. You should be able to solve this without multiplying as well. So just to show you how the trick works, because this ends with 5, what you can do is 10 into 11 is what you need to multiply in the case of numbers ending with 5. 10 into 11 is equal to 110, 25. There are 4 spaces that we need to go, so it comes over here. So now we need to answer this. This is equal to 1102.5 into 8 into 40, 422. So that's the answer. You have 44, 8 to 16, 22, 8, 8. So 8820. So I assume because 20 came, this could be the answer. The answer is 8820. So none of these. So that's the answer for you. Please apply these techniques when you are solving components of your simple interest or any questions related to percentage. You'll be able to quickly solve without even using a calculator. Let's move on to the next question. Sam invested 15,000 at 10% per annum for 1 year. The interest is compounded half yearly. Then the amount received by Sam at the end of the year will be. See, all our formulas, our formula earlier that we had discussed on compound interest is basically A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 per N. In this case, actually it is compounded, your principal is compounded annually. So here is a scenario where your interest is compounded on a half yearly basis. So in such cases, what happens is your rate of interest becomes half and your tenure becomes 2 times because it does once in 6 months, right? So in a year it happens twice. So what is the amount that Sam will receive at the end of the year? A is equal to 15,000 into 1 plus R by 2, 10%. It will become 5% because it is 10% per annum, whereas we are doing it for half yearly. So it's 5% by, so I'll take out this percentage, and N. Since it's half yearly, we have to do it first after 6 months. We'll do it once, and then at the end of 1 year we'll do it second time. So it becomes 2. So this is the equation, and you just need to solve this, and you'll get the answer as 16537.50. As a simple multiplication, please do apply our formula, our shortcut for 1.05 square. As I told you, since it is 5, you have to put 25, and 10 into 11, 110. And you have to put it on 4 places, 4th space. So 4th place, so it'll be like this, and then you have to multiply this value with 15,000, and you'll get the answer as 16537.50. What is the difference between the compound interest on 5,000 for 1.5 years at 4% per annum, compounded yearly and half yearly? The key is they are asking for the difference between the compound interest on 5,000, and since it's just 1.5 years, to ensure that you don't waste your time on calculation and to ensure that you are perfect on your answer, what we'll do is we'll do in a very systematic way, and we'll apply simple interest concept on this. So let me explain to you on how it is done. So this is compounded yearly, this is compounded half yearly, right? What you'll do is, as a first step, we'll find out the simple interest at the end of 1 year. 5,000 into 4 into 1 by 100. What is the answer you get? You get 200. Right? Now this is added to the principal 5,000, and your new principal becomes 5,200. And again we do a simple interest calculation to arrive at the value for 6 months, right? Because this is 1.5 years, right? So 4 into 1 by 100 into 2. This is half yearly. And what do you get? You get 104. So if you look at it, what are we getting at the end of 1.5 years? We get the new principal is 5,200. So at the end of 1.5 years, you have 5,200 plus 104, which is equal to 5304. Fair enough. Now let's look at half yearly calculation. So simple interest is equal to what? We are now going to do a compounded half yearly basis. Okay, 5,000 into 4 into 1 by 2 into 100. This is equal to 5 4s are 20, 200. Right? Sorry, 200 by 2, which is equal to 100. Now your P1, which is basically at the end of half yearly, the new principal will be 5,100, and hence your simple interest at the end of 1 year will be 5,100 into 4 into 1 by 100 into 2. This is 2. 51 into 2 is equal to 102. Right? Now, let's try to find out for P2. So 5,100 plus 102 is equal to what? 5,202 into 4 into 1 by 100 into 2. So what do you get here? You get 52.02. So if you are, I'm just doing it over here. So what is the amount that you get at the end of 1.5 year if it is compounded half yearly? Your principal was 5,202 plus 52.02. I'm sorry, it's 52.02 into 2. So it's into 2. So which is equal to what? 52.02 plus 40.4 104.04. So what do you get? You get 5,306.04. So your one side of your answer is 5,306.04. The other side is 5,304. So what is your answer? Your answer is 2.04. I hope you are able to understand it. What I have done here is, because there is too much of fraction involved, I didn't want to do a heavy calculation here, because it will go to the power of 3 and power of 3 by 2. So to avoid all that, what I have done is I have done a simple interest calculation. I've taken a step-by-step procedure. Only thing that you need to take care is the multiplication that you are doing here, the multiplication that you are doing here, and ensure that the interest that you get becomes a new principal for the next term, which is the next half year. In this case, the first year is a full year and the next one is a half year. So here you have to do 3 times the multiplication, but still it's worth the effort, because you will be able to find the answer which you are completely sure of and which is within your control, and you can always go backtrack and identify where you are left and what is correct and what is wrong. Okay. Compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years is 10% per annum. Okay, compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years at 10% per annum is 525. So what they are saying is the compound interest is 525. The simple interest on the same sum for double the time at half the rate per annum is. So what we don't have in this equation, we don't have the principal, right? And that's why they're saying same sum for double the time at half the rate. Okay, so how do you arrive at principal now? We'll arrive at principal by first using this value. So we are given with compound interest. Our usual formula is what? A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. How do we arrive at compound interest with the amount that we have? Simple. Ci is equal to A minus P. So we know A is equal to what? Ci. Ci is being given here, right? 525 is equal to, what is A? A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. So we don't know P, and 1 plus R is 10 by 100 power 2 minus P. Fair enough. So how do you solve this? P into 1 by 10 is equal to 11 by 10 square minus P. Right? And I take P as common, and I'm left with 121 minus 10, sorry, 100 by 100. 10 square becomes 100. I take P out. I bring 10 to the numerator, cross multiply, so 121 minus 100 by 100. Please do it from your end also to see how I brought this. And so what are we left with? We are left with P is equal to, I take it to the other side, 525 into 100 by 21. And you get 5 off and 25, and you get 2500 as the principal, right? So you now know that principal is equal to 2500. Okay, so and what are we supposed to find? The simple interest on the same sum. So simple interest is equal to PNR by 100. And what is for double the time? So the time here was 2 years, and now we need to put 4 years into half the rate of interest. The rate of interest was 10% here, so you're going to put 5 by 100, right? So 25 into 400, 100 into 5, 500. So simple interest is equal to 500, and the principal was 2500 anyways. So we get the answer as 500. So hope you understood this concept. The problem with compound interest is there's a lot of calculation involved, and you need to be very careful, because a small mistake somewhere, your entire answer will get affected, and you need to backtrack to find out where you did the mistake. Thanks for watching our video. You can subscribe to more videos at your faculty channel. Like us on our Facebook page and our LinkedIn page, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Thank you.